given that it's not the cheeriest of topics, I thought I'd come outside so at least you had the pleasure of my beautiful bush in the background. But the cost of living crisis here in the UK is completely out of control. Prices are now rising faster than at any time in history. Energy prices are crippling ordinary homeowners, and wages don't have a chance of keeping up with inflation. And the best advice, it seems, coming from the Tory government, that the best thing they can offer is maybe you should work a bit harder, or maybe you should budget a bit better, or definitely don't ask for a pay rise because that's not going to help. Little measures targeted at the people who are struggling the most are not what we need right now. Small gestures aren't going to cut it. The only way to solve this problem is through big macro level gestures at a governmental level, which means windfall taxes and cutting costs at a government level. Windfall taxes on oil, gas and energy suppliers who are making money hand over fist and paying out huge profits to their shareholders. Windfall taxes on the pharmaceutical companies who had a monopoly on vaccines that were pushed by government and used as a bargaining chip for ordinary people to get their freedoms back. And cost cutting to strip out the vast swathes of unnecessary costs that are in the bureaucratic monstrosity that politicians like to lord it over. What is not the answer is asking the little people who are suffering the most to do more. That isn't going to fix it. It's the reason Martin Lewis swore at the regulator. It's because they're bringing in regulation that actually make it less competitive a marketplace, that penalise the big suppliers if they try and be more competitive. They're working actively against you. And I suppose the big question is, where does it all end up? Where does it all end up? It ends up with the little people, me, ordinary people, unable to pay their bills, unable to pay their rent, unable to sustain their own homes, and so presumably offered the enticing gift of being moved into government accommodation that will be built inside the office blocks where people used to work before they were pressured into working from home. But it isn't the little gestures that are going to fix this. This has to be a government level thing. And that's really where we all have to push our focus of energy and effort. For now, maybe just enjoy my bush.